Hello everyone, welcome to the new video lecture of subject Interconnected Power System. Myself Himanshu Joshi, I am an assistant professor in Sri Labhubhai Trivedi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rajkot. So today I will continue my lecture from the chapter number 5, that is the frequency and voltage control methods. So in the last lecture we have derived this block diagram model for load frequency control. So in today's video lecture we will do the steady state analysis. That means we will find the output delta f of s under steady state condition, that is known as steady state analysis. Now if we want to find out the value of delta f of s, then we have to solve this block diagram. That means we have to do the block diagram reduction. Now this is the special case of block diagram reduction, because generally we know the block diagram which has one input and one output. That means single input single output system. But this is the special case of block diagram reduction, because here not a single input, here multiple input. So this system is multiple input single output system. Now when there is a multiple input single output system, in particular that type of system we have to do, or we have to apply the superposition theorem. So if this particular case I will talk, then here delta f of s is equal to delta f of s with Pc of s is equal to 0, and delta f of s when Pd of s equal to 0. That means in this superposition theorem, if I will talk, delta f of s is the combination of two types of output. First one when delta Pc of s is equal to 0, and second when delta Pd of s equal to 0. That means individual input we have to consider and remaining input will be equal to 0. So this is the value of delta f of s when delta Pd of s is available, because in this case delta Pc of equal to 0. Now this is the value of delta f of s when delta Pc of s is only available, because in this case delta Pd of s equal to 0. So we have to find out the delta f of s two times. First when Pc of s equal to 0, second when Pd of s equal to 0. So consider the first case when speed changer has fixed setting, that means command power equal to 0, delta Pc of s equal to 0. Speed changer has fixed setting, that means there is not any valve setting will be available. That means valve setting is not available, so there will be a no command signal initiated. So in that case delta Pc of s equal to 0. So over here we have removed the delta Pc of s, but make a note of this. Here feedback signal has negative sign. Here feedback signal has negative sign. So when we will remove this delta Pc of s, this minus sign will be multiplied with this block. So over here we have removed the delta Pc of s, so summing point will be removed. So minus sign will be multiplied with minus 1 upon r. Clear? This, if this input will be removed, the summing point will be removed, and this minus sign will be multiplied with 1 upon r. Now you can note that all the three block are in series. So we can replace this 3 block with single block. So in that single block, numerator will be multiplication of all the numerator of these 3 block, that means minus 1 KSG and KT. So in numerator -1 KSG KT, and in denominator we have to multiply 1 plus STG with 1 plus STT and R. So numerator will be R into 1 plus STG and 1 plus STT. So this is the simplified block diagram. Now again I will simplify this block diagram with forward path and feedback path. So make a note that this is our forward path. Forward path means the path from input to output. So this is our input and this is our output. So this is the forward path, delta PD of S, this minus sign, summing point, this block and delta F of S. And in feedback path there will be only one block. Feedback means output to input. So this is output and this is the input. So feedback is positive, input is negative for this particular case. So this is the simplified block diagram. So delta PD of S, that is the input which is negative, summing point, forward path, gain and output, and this is the feedback, positive feedback. So now in this block diagram we are able to find out the value of output delta F of S, but for that we have to define input. That means we have to define change in demand. What type of changes in our demand? So consider the change in demand which is having a characteristics of step input. Clear? We are going to consider the change in demand with characteristics like step input. So we know that Laplace transform of step input, suppose step input we are consider the A, suppose that step has the magnitude equal to A. So Laplace transform of step input will be A by S. Clear? Step input Laplace will be 1 upon S, and if step is having a magnitude of A, then Laplace will be A by S. So here also we are having a step input which is having a magnitude of delta PD. So its Laplace will be delta PD by S. So this is our definition of input. We are going to consider the step input for the change in demand delta PD. Now to simplify this block diagram we are going to use the formula of C of S upon R of S is equal to G of S upon 1 minus plus G of S into H of S. This is the formula to find out the transfer function for a closed loop control system. So we are going to use this formula to find out the output delta F of S. So C of S is the output, Laplace of output, R of S is the Laplace of input. So output is delta F of S, input is delta PD of S. So we are interested to find out the output. So delta F of S is equal to, this block will be multiplied over here. So delta PD of S multiply by G of S upon 1 minus plus G of S into H of S. So that is the output delta F of S. So we have to just put the value of delta PD of S, but keep in mind that input has negative sign. So this delta PD of S is having a minus sign and this feedback is positive. So we are going to consider the negative sign in this formula, negative sign in this formula. So let's try to find out the delta F of S. So delta F of S when delta PC of S equal to 0 is equal to delta PD of S, and this is the minus sign. I have mentioned the minus sign in upper left hand side, most left hand side. So numerator will be G of S. So this is our G of S, kps upon 1 plus s into tps, kps upon 1 plus s into tps divided by 1, we are going to consider the negative sign. So, 1 minus g into h. So, this is the value of g, kps upon 1 plus s into tps multiply by h. So, h is equal to minus ksg into kt divided by r into 1 plus stg into 1 plus stt. So, this is the h. Now, to simplify, we are going to take the LCM of this denominator. LCM of this denominator. So, over here this is the 4 terms, 1 plus STPS, 1 plus STAG, TSG, 1 plus STT. So, 1 plus STPS, 1 plus STG, 1 plus STT with this R. So, this term multiply with 1, and over here this minus becomes plus, and this 2 will be multiply kps ksg into kt whole divided by this LCM multiply delta PD divided by S. Now, over here this 1 plus STPS and this 1 plus STPS has been cancelled out. So, simplification will be look like this. This is the KPS, this is the remaining term, and over here we have cancelled out 1 plus STPS. 1 plus STPS has been cancelled from numerator and denominator. Now, in Laplace domain, if we want to find out the steady state value, then formula will be look like this: limit s tends to 0, s into delta f of s. If you want to find out the steady state value in Laplace domain, then formula will be a limit s tends to 0, s into delta f of s. So, this is the steady state value of our output delta f is equal to s into delta f of s. We have to multiply s with our delta f of s. So, this is the s and this whole will be delta f of s with this minus sign, clear. So, over here minus s into this whole term. So, over here this s and s will be cancelled out, clear. So, further simplification will be look like this. This is the minus sign, this is the minus sign and whole term. Now, we have to put s equal to 0, clear, because definition will be says itself that limit s tends to 0. So, we will put s equal to 0. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 terms. We have to put all this s equal to 0. So, this is the next step with s equal to 0. So, over here this term will be 0, this term will be 0, this term will be 0, this term will be 0 and this term will be 0. So, over here the term will remain is only r, because this is 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0. So, all are equal to 1 and with multiplication of r. So, only r will be there. Over here 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0 into r. So, only r term will be there. So, this is the further simplification, that over here 1 1 1 remaining. So, delta f is equal to minus of kps divided by r plus kps into ksg into kt all divided by r into delta pd. Now, in our previous lecture we have learned that kps is equal to 1 upon b, where b is equal to del pd by del f. Now, kps, that is the power system gain, it is constant, which is having a value of 1 upon b, where b is equal to del pd by del f. Now, we can say that kt, that is the turbine time constant is also fixed. Kt is having a constant value. Clear? This Kt is constant value because turbine has no feedback, so its gain is always fixed. And assume that KSG is adjustable. KSG, that is the speed governing system, gain of speed governing system is adjustable. So, if KPS is constant, KT is fixed, so we can say that KSG is adjusted so that the multiplication of KSG and KT becomes 1. Clear? Let me clarify that KPS, that is the power system gain, and is constant, having a value of 1 upon B, which is del PD by del F. KT is fixed for turbine because turbine has no feedback, so its gain is always constant. And KSG, that is the gain of speed governing system, is adjustable. So we can say that for simplicity, KSG is adjusted so that the multiplication of KSG with KT which is equal to 1, because KT is constant. So this is KSG is adjusted so that the multiplication of KSG with KT will remain 1. So with this simplification, let solve the value of delta F. So delta F is equal to minus KPS, we will put 1 by B. So in numerator, that is equal to 1 upon B divided by R plus, again KPS is equal to 1 upon B, this KSG multiplied by KT is equal to 1 and whole divided by R. So let us take the B as LCM. So over here B into R plus 1 whole divided by B into R. This B, this B, this B and this B will be cancelled out. So simplification is equal to delta F is equal to minus of 1 upon B into R plus 1 divided by R. Now put R individually in these two terms denominator. So delta F is equal to minus of 1 upon, if we will put BR upon R, so RR will be cancelled, so B plus 1 upon R into delta PD. So this is the output of delta F when delta PC of S equal to 0, and that is equal to minus of 1 upon B plus 1 upon R into delta PD. So this is the output frequency delta F when delta PC is equal to 0. Okay. Now consider the second case. Now we have to consider the second case. Again delta F of S is equal to delta F of S when PC of S equal to 0, that we have find out. Now it is time to find out the delta F when delta PD of S equal to 0. So consider the second case when speed changer has constant load demand. So if load demand is constant, then change in load demand is equal to 0. So this is the second case, and in that case we have to find out the output delta F of S. So I can say that if this signal has been removed, then this summing point is also removed, and this minus sign is also removed, because this minus sign is of delta PD of S. So if this signal is removed, this summing point is removed, and this minus sign is also removed. And if this sign has been removed and signal and summing point is removed, then we do not have to mention the plus sign over here. So our simplified block diagram will be look like this. Clear? So this is the input, this is the forward path, and this is the feedback path. So we can say that these all three blocks are in series. So equivalent block will be multiplication of all numerator and multiplication of all denominator. So in numerator there will be a KSG KT into KPS, in denominator 1 plus STG multiplied by 1 plus STT multiplied by 1 plus STPS. So this is the simplified block diagram delta PC of S, multiply by this is the forward path gain and this is the feedback path gain. Again please note that feedback path is negative sign. So again we will use this formula C of S upon R of S. Now our output is delta F of S, but input is changed. Previously there will be a delta PD of S, now input is delta PC of S. Again that is equal to G of S upon 1 minus plus G of S into H of S. So delta F of S is equal to delta PC of S multiply by forward path gain divided by 1 minus plus forward path gain multiply by feedback path gain. So let us try to find out the value of delta F of S. So make a note that again we have considered the step input, clear? Our input is step input. So Laplace will be delta PC divided by S, clear? Laplace transform of this step signal will be delta PC by S. So again input is positive, so we do not have to worry about that. So delta F of S when demand is equal to 0, which is equal to G of S, this is the G of S divided by 1 minus, and again if this minus sign, so we have to consider the plus sign. So plus G into H, this is the value of G and this is the value of H, multiply by step input delta PC of S. So its Laplace will be delta PC by S. So again we have to take the LCM. So LCM we have to consider all these 4 term, 1 plus STG, 1 plus STT, 1 plus STPS and R. So all these 4 term will be multiplied with this 1. So 1 into all these 4 term will be as it is, and plus this term KSG KT into KPS and whole divided by this LCM. So in simplification, this 1 plus STG, 1 plus STT, 1 plus STPS will be cancelled out with all these 3 term. So further simplification will be look like this. Numerator will be only KSG KT into KPS because all this term will be cancelled out. So numerator will be KSG KT into KPS. In denominator this entire term will be as it is. So this is the denominator. Now if these 3 term will be cancelled out, then this R will be remain as it is. So in denominator of denominator will be R only. So again we will use the definition of steady state analysis for Laplace domain, which is equal to S tends to 0, limit S tends to 0, S into delta F of S. So this is the S and this is the delta F of S. So again we can say that this S will be cancelled out with this S. So delta F will be look like this. So again we have to put S equal to 0. So over here only 3 terms, in that we have to put S equal to 0. So this is the first term, this is the second term and this is the third term. We have to put S equal to 0. So over here 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0 and all multiply with this R. So R into 1 into 1 into 1. So we can say that delta F is equal to this term only, KSG KT into KPS R plus KSG KT into KPS whole divided by R multiply by delta PC. So this is the value of delta F. This delta F is equal to this term. Now I will simplify, or I will put this R, which is the denominator of denominator, into the individual term. So this R with this R cancel out. So 1 plus KSG KT KPS upon R. Again let consider the power system gain is equal to 1 upon B, which is the constant. B is equal to del PD by del F. Clear? This is the power system gain, which is having a constant value 1 upon B. B is equal to del PD by del F. And we know that as turbine system has no feedback, its gain will remain fixed kT. And again consider the speed governing system, KSG is adjustable, and it is adjusted so that the multiplication of KSG with KT is equal to 1. So, this is our assumption for simplicity. Let put all this value in our this equation. So, delta F is equal to KSG into KT, that is equal to 1. So, I will put 1 multiply by KPS is equal to 1 upon B divided by 1 plus KSG into KT, that is equal to 1, and KPS equal to 1 upon B whole divided by R. So, delta F is equal to 1 upon B divided by 1 plus 1 upon B upon R into delta PC. So, if we will simplify this equation, or you can also say that if we multiply this B with this denominator, then final value of delta F is equal to 1 upon B plus 1 upon R into delta PC. This is the value of output frequency when delta PD of S equal to 0. So, this is the output of delta F. Now, we have to put, or we have to find out the final value of delta F, because till now we have find out the value of delta F for individual input. Now, it is time to find out the final value of delta F with addition of delta F for individual input, or we can say that the final value for superposition theorem. So, this is the value of delta F of S is equal to, this is the value of delta F for PC of S equal to 0, which is equal to minus of 1 upon B plus 1 upon R into delta PD for delta PC of S equal to 0, plus 1 upon B plus 1 upon R into delta PC for delta PD of S equal to 0. That means this value. So, you can see that in this equation this term 1 upon B plus 1 upon R is common. Clear? So, I will take 1 upon B plus 1 upon R as common. So, this delta PC of S is positive and this delta PD of S is negative. So, in bracket the remaining term will be delta PC minus delta PD. So, this is the final value of delta F of S. This is the final value of delta F of S, which is equal to 1 upon B plus 1 upon R into delta PC minus delta PD. So, this is the final value of change in frequency under steady state condition. So, with this we will conclude our session. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, any question, you can give your doubt and question in comment section. Thank you very much.